Okay, so you're getting views on your items, your jewelry items on your website. People are viewing them and they're seeing them, but nobody's clicking on the item. Nobody's interested, it seems, and you're not really getting any sales. So when that happens to me on certain listings, here is a couple things that I do. Okay, so one of the first things I do is I go to the listing and I want to make sure that there's nothing, I guess, logistically wrong with the item. Like I go make sure that like the variations are right, the sizes are right, that there's nothing crazy looking about, that nothing is confusing, if that makes sense. So, I go and make sure the description is reading correctly, the title matches the description and the pictures, the variations are nothing crazy. Like some variations that I use is the stretch cord and tie on. That's a variation you can pick. So I want to make sure that that all makes sense and everything. So once that looks good, I check that. Then the next thing I do is okay, so the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to check the listing photos. I'm going to go look at the photos and just see, or do they look clear, especially if it's been a while, because sometimes the photo looks good for a couple months and then you go back and look at it and it looks crazy and you're like, why did I post this? So I'll go and check the listings, and then I'll see if I have any other photos that are better in my photo gallery that's better. And if I can find some better photos, then I will add a newer photo. Another thing I'll do in the listings is I'll go and try to add maybe a little bit more detail in the photos. So, like if there are some questions that are not really being answered in the listing, then I'll try to go into my Canva and create a listing photo that just has words and information about the question that needs to be answered. So go in there and just rearrange some things that people are seeing just to see if that helps with my views and clicks. All right, another thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to check my tags and my titles, because I want to make sure that the right people are actually seeing the item. That may be a reason why people are seeing it but not clicking it, because it may be not what they're looking for. So I want to make sure that the right eyes are seeing my item. So the best way to do that is to check your tags and titles. So I'll just go first and check at the title and just look, does it look right? Because sometimes I'll put stuff up quick just to get it up there, and I mean to go back and change it later, and I don't do that. So I will go and, just check the title. Is it long enough? Does it have all the full characters that it can have? The maximum amount of characters, I guess that's the right way to say it. Also, and then I'll go and check my tags. Do they match? Do the tags and the title look are the same keywords in there? Then a second step, I will go on to eRank, the website that I use to check my tags and titles. I'll go over there and just to see if there's some better tags and titles. Are the tags and titles that I am using, are they relevant? Can I have some better ones? So I'll go and do that as well. And then I think after I do that, those things, that's checking the listing photos, checking, make sure nothing's crazy, and all the questions are answered, and changing my tags and titles. Then I'll leave it alone for a little bit, and then I will check the stats in maybe about 30 days and see if it's better. And that's what you can do if you are getting more views but nobody's actually clicking on the item. So that means when you go on your stats, wherever that is, or your analytics, and you see that, oh, I'm getting all these views, but then when you go and see how many clicks you're getting, nobody's clicking on it. And of course, if nobody's clicking on it, nobody's buying it. So you want to change that conversion rate. And so I hope that helps y'all. Peace, love, and balance.